everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how I achieve this everyday makeup look. I feel like it's very summer appropriate and very easy to follow along. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay everyone, let's get into it. So right now I am just barefaced. I'm going to clip my hair back. And so right now all I have on is moisturizer, and I am using the Laneige Sleeping Care Water Sleeping Mask in Lavender. I really love this stuff because it is more of a gel base, and I tend to have combination skin, so I don't need anything extremely heavy. And then sometimes I'll mix it with the Dr. Jart Ceramiding Cream, which just kind of helps with moisture retention. I really like this stuff because this tends to be more of like kind of like this and then it's just this top part, which I can totally handle. I tend to mix both of these because sometimes I feel like I might need a little more moisture and sometimes I don't need as much. So playing around with these two products, I kind of get the best formula for myself. But either way, I really recommend these products. Both available at Sephora. It's not sponsored, by the way. Wish it was. I love Sephora. I actually used to work there, and it was it's probably one of my favorite jobs. I'm not even gonna lie. The cast, which is what we call like the staff. Sephora likes to use like stage terminology for their company. So instead of staff, we say cast. But yeah, so a lot of the cast were amazing, very like nice and genuine and beautiful ladies. But I really do just enjoy working there. I really did enjoy working there. It was amazing. And the gratis we got. Okay, so like I said, I only have moisturizer on my face right now, and I'm gonna go in with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. All the products I'm using today are just powder products, so I can just right off the go use my setting powder. And I do this because as you can see, it instantly mattifies my face. So the general rule is just that you want to apply your liquids and creams before applying powder over top. But because all my makeup today is powder based, it also just helps because, like I said, I just put on moisturizer. So what this does, I feel, is that it helps with any areas that haven't fully absorbed the moisturizer yet to just kind of cling onto this powder instead of my powder foundation, which is obviously colored. And then you can like tell with like little like patches. They almost look like dry patches, but it's just because the colored makeup like clings to that area more, so it doesn't look as neat. So I like to use this because obviously it's clear. This also just provides like a really good base for your powder foundation to go on top. As you can see, my face is already a little bit more matte. But it's all your personal preference and your skin type. And I think a really important part of just wearing makeup is, you know, yes, it is like expression, but obviously it does give you a little bit more confidence. And if that's what you need to be a little more confident, then, you know, fake it till you make it, right? So next I am just using my Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation. It says it's full coverage, but it's definitely very buildable. And also I'm in medium tan sand. But like I said, it's very buildable. And I just take my Sigma M439 brush and I just kind of buff it into my skin. I just take like a little bit off the top and I just buff it into my skin. I don't have too many problem areas either. I don't know if you could see, I have like a red dot right here. It's not a pimple, I don't even know what it is, but I do have like redness on my face, so that's kind of what I'm working with. And as you can see, it's like instantly like more airbrushed. But unfortunately, I think that this product is either discontinued or they're just going through some like rebranding thing, because I was trying to restock when they were having their Rouge sale back in I think either March or April. I think it might have been March. And I was trying to restock and I couldn't find it at all. Like, they still had the liquid version of this, but they didn't have the powder foundation. Hopefully it's just going through like a rebranding thing, like they're just like refining the formula for this. But I honestly really love it just as it is right now, so it can be really tricky to like reformulate something that's loved by me already. Okay, so after my foundation, I am just going to take the Benefit Hoola bronzer. This is just the limited edition, like it's the same color, it's just the size is limited edition. But I just take this bronzer and I take my Eco Tools, like I think this was like a blush brush. This was actually my first makeup brush ever, and I've purchased like other bronzing brushes after this, and I don't know, I'm just so used to like using this as a bronzing brush and it just fits right in my hand that I just can't give it up. So I'm not really trying to carve out my face too much. I used to like really carve it in. The way I kind of bronze now is just to add a little bit more color back into my skin. Obviously it does have a slimming effect, but for the most part I kind of just view it as like bringing some color back in, because with a powder foundation or any foundation, when you apply just one solid color, it really flattens the look of your face. So you want to bring that dimension and depth back through bronzing and like blushes. So, and I also do this not because I want like a bigger chin, but I just like cohesiveness on my face. Like I just want that color back. And then this is just finishing up my nose contour. And now I'll be using the Bare Minerals Angled Blush Brush. And for blush, I am using the Milani Baked Powder Blush in 02 Rose. So this is what it looks like. I actually really like this. And for blush, this is what I'm using. It's kind of got this like marbled gold into this peachy pink blush, which I really like. And I'm just taking this angled brush and applying it to my cheeks. Do you see how like I instantly look more lively? Like there's blood reaching my head. The high points of my nose, just for that more like sun-kissed look. Oh, do I look like I got burned by the sun? A little bit, but you know, it looks fine. Okay, so next I'm working on eyeshadow. So I will be taking the Kaja, I think that's how you pronounce the name. And this is actually really cool and great for travel because it's got this stacked eyeliner. So it's got 3 shades, but I only use the top color. And this is in 07 Glowing Guava. And I'm taking this Sephora flat shader brush, and I'm just gonna lightly pack this on and rub it on my eye. And I really don't have like a specific way of applying it. I kind of hold the ends of the brush. So I tend to hold the back of this brush because you're applying less pressure this way, and that's that side. And then I will do the same for this side. And I just use that as my eyeshadow base for all my other colors. And then next I'm taking the Fenty Beauty palette, and this is in 3 deep neutrals. So this is kind of what these are all the colors that are back here. So I actually got the designs on here because Sephora was doing this Chinese New Year event in their stores where a calligraphy artist would come in, and any makeup that you purchased that day they would kind of customize. So I actually had my Born This Way foundation customized, and this Fenty Beauty, and I think a few other products. But so now I am going to be using the Nudie, Booty, and Via Freak colors, and I'm going to take it with this tapered eyeshadow brush and mix the two, and just go into my crease with that. As you can see, it's already brought some depth back into my eye socket area. And then next, I'm taking this NYX blending brush, and there's no eyeshadow on this brush. I keep this as a blending brush. I never put like any shadows on it. And I'm just gonna blend the outside area of the colors real quick. And then next, I'm gonna be taking this Sephora, it's another like mini blending brush, but this one I do use for colors. So I will actually be using this. So I'll be taking this color Shots Fired onto this blending brush, and I'm just going to go on the outside a little bit. And again, I'm just stippling the color on. I'm not like rubbing it into my brush, because the color payoff is really amazing for Fenty products. So you really don't need a lot. Like, as you can see, I've used this for like over a year and a half at least, and I have not hit pan, and I use this every day. This is like my go-to palette, so I highly recommend this. And I'm just taking this blending brush again, this NYX blending brush, and again, I do not have any color on this. I'm just using this strictly to blend, because I think it just gives like a really natural look. And then I'm going to be taking this color called Heaven Scent, and I'm just going to use that with a finger, because I find that when you're applying glitter eyeshadow, it works best when you use your fingers, because it just doesn't seem as cakey. It just blends a little bit better. So next, I'm going to be taking this smudge brush from Sephora. It's the number 11. And I'm going to be taking this brown color called No Fudge Given. And again, I'm going to apply it to my lower lash line. And when you use like eyeshadows for this, I feel like it just gives like a much more softer appearance than what eyeliner can do. And then that is actually it for eyeshadow, and I'm going to move on to brows. So first off, I'm going to be taking a little bit more translucent powder, and I'm going to be taking it on the same brush. This is just like it's a multi-task brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just going to stipple some translucent powder over areas that, you know, normally can get oily pretty quick, like your T-zone. So for brows, I like to use the Annabelle eyebrow pencil, and you can get this at like Shoppers, Walmart, like it's a drugstore brand. And I really like it because it also has this brush applicator instead of a lot of the other ones, which tend to be like spoolies. And I like this because I feel like it like blends the color on the brow a lot better. I feel like the spoolie is great if you have like really thick brows to begin with, but for people who, like myself, whose brows are more sparse, this works better to just blend out the eyebrow pencil. I have like the fan on. I hope that's like hasn't been too annoying. And I'm gonna start off with this under area. And I'm kind of holding my pencil on an angle, so it's not like I'm directly just drawing it in. I'm just kind of like, it's a more like feathered technique. So I just sharpen this real quick. You can probably like see the actual pencil now. And I'm just gonna take the brush side. Actually, I feel like I can zoom you guys in a little bit. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that a little bit better. And I'm just gonna take this, and do you see how I'm taking that in? Like, so I like fill it up to like this point here, and then I blend it inwards. I'm not applying any additional color. I'm just blending it in. That's kind of what I do. Okay, and then that is what I do for the brows up until this point. And I actually am going to go back to eyes, and I'm going to be taking the Kiko Milano Unlimited Blush in number 12, and it kind of looks like this. It looks like a highlight, but I think it's like really great as like an eyeshadow, and I apply it to just this center point of my eyelids because it brings more light. It's like highlighting your eyeballs and it brings it forth, so it gives the appearance of like rounder eyes apparently, but I just think it looks pretty. So next I will also be using a Kiko Milano highlighter, and it just looks like this. This is their Dolce Diva Baked Highlighter in 01 Lively Champagne, and it just looks like this. And then I'm going to be taking this really fluffy brush from Tarte. This was also from their holiday collection like years ago, but like a fan brush will do. Like this is just like a really like fluffy brush, so anything that kind of resembles that shape and like softness will work. And the reason the fluffiness is important is because it's not so stiff on the skin, so it kind of just provides like a softer blend. And with this brush, I'm taking a little bit of the highlighter, and I'm going to be putting it onto the inner corners of the eyes just to bring a little bit more light into that area. And I'm going to be taking my pinky, and I'm just going to blend it out. And I'm going to add a little bit more just so it's like... This is the Shu Uemura eyelash curler. And I just curl my lashes a little bit because I'll be applying falsies, and I kind of just want to make sure my lashes like blend with the false lashes. And then I'm taking the Annabelle Kohl eyeliner in 73 Black. And you kind of be more rough when you apply it because we're going to be blending this eyeliner out. And I know it's bad to pull on your eyes, but like it's what I've done since high school. It's a really hard habit to break. And I just line up right above the lash line and right on the lash line, and then right under the lash line. And I'm going to be taking the Kat Von D liquid black liner, and I'm just going to be lining the very base of the lash line. And I'm going to be taking the Sigma pencil brush in E30, and it just kind of looks like this. And with that, I'm going to just blend and smudge out this like liner, the Kohl eyeliner that we put on earlier. You could do that before the liquid eyeliner. I normally do it that way. I don't know why I did it backwards today. And then I'm going to be taking this black eyeshadow from this Too Faced holiday palette. Unfortunately, there's no names, but I think any black or brown eyeshadow would do. I'm going to be using this angled brush from Morphe, and it is the M165. I'm going to kind of on its side like swipe both sides and like tap that a little bit, and just like little hairs. Blend that into the eyeliner. I'm just using the Benefit Foolproof Brow Powder in the number 3, and I just take this angled brush and I take the lighter color for the beginning of my brows. I mix the two for kind of this center area. And to complete my brows, I will be taking the Anastasia Contour Kit from Light to Medium. And this is what the palette looks like. And I'll just be taking this to highlight my brow bone. And these are all like matte colors, which I really like. So they're very versatile to like any routine you have. I think one of the trickiest parts of makeup is applying false lashes for a lot of people. I have so many friends who always ask me like how I put them on, how do you put on falsies, like how? And I do intend to do a fully dedicated video on everything you need to know about that, so definitely stay tuned. But for now, I'm just gonna be taking just my everyday lashes. I'm using the Duo brush on adhesive, and this is the green one that's like latex free. And then I use my Tweezerman tweezers, just super old ones because they will ruin them. And I apply it to the center and the end, and of course you wanted the glue to get tacky first. And then I will be taking the Kat Von D black eyeliner again, just to go over any areas that, you know, have glue and just kind of color the glue in. So for lips, I'm using the Kiko Milano Unlimited Double Touch. The marketing strategy behind this is that you apply this, and when it dries, it's mask proof, it's waterproof, you can dine with it, you know, you can eat your meal and it doesn't come off, it doesn't rub off. So this was really clutch when I was in Hong Kong and you had to wear a mask the moment you stepped onto public property, other than when you were eating. And I don't really like to overline my lips at all. I just stick, sometimes I even go like right underneath. And with that, it also comes in a glossy side, which is amazing if you want a gloss finish on top of it. But I really like this color as is. It kind of gives off a satin finish and it's not drying, and it looks really good. So that is it for the face. I'm just gonna do my hair and I'll be right back. So this is the final look. If you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing and clicking the bell notifications down below. It's free and you get notified of my next upload. You can also find out through my Instagram, which is the same user handle at Little Miss Bijou, which I will also link down below. And you'll know when I upload my next beauty video, lifestyle video, vlog, and of course the everything you need to know about applying false lashes video. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. But I do feel like I am everywhere in this conversation. Through like through bronzing and like blushes. So stuff, it does not budge. Like I can feel my eyelashes flapping through the wind, but they don't come off. The note bell, blah blah blah. And if you shit. So without further ado, let's get into it. Oh my god. Did I do it? I think I did it. Okay. Bye.